Thanksgiving's over and Christmas is right around the corner, so there are probably some pet owners out there with leftover turkey that they're looking to get rid of. What better way than to make leftover turkey dog food? This is a really simple recipe. You don't have to have leftover turkey. You could use ground turkey in its place. If you just want to make this recipe, anytime throughout the year, that works as well. There's some other substitutions that you can make. I'll talk about that in this video, but definitely you want to chat with your veterinarian before switching your pet to a homemade diet. If you're just feeding it once in a while to add a little bit of variety or a little bit of nutritional boost with their kibble, that's one thing. But if you're feeding predominantly homemade food, you want to chat with your vet to make sure that you are providing balanced nutrition for your pet, to make sure you're meeting his needs and not either giving him too much of certain nutrients or not enough of certain nutrients. To get this leftover turkey dog food started, I'm going to use my food processor. The first thing you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, which I have already done. Now I'm going to start adding the ingredients to my food processor. So first I have 1 pound of leftover unseasoned turkey. And as I mentioned, you can certainly use ground turkey if you want, or fresh turkey. It doesn't have to be leftover. Just make sure that it's unseasoned. A lot of the seasonings that you would use for turkey, whether you cover your turkey in butter, use some salt on it, or some onion powder, garlic, all of that stuff is not good for your dog. So unseasoned turkey. And then I'm going to add a half a cup of rolled oats to the food processor. I have 2 eggs and 2 tablespoons of plain Greek yogurt. And again, you want to make sure that your yogurt is plain. Yogurt that has any flavorings or sweetener in it, that stuff's not good for your dog. So make sure it's plain yogurt. I'm using plain Greek yogurt. I have 1/4 cup of fresh parsley, and then I have 1 cup of dog-friendly vegetables. I'm using half a cup of green beans and half a cup of carrots. You can use 1 cup of the same vegetable or different vegetables of your choosing, as long as they're dog-friendly. And now we're just going to put this in the food processor, and I'm just going to pulse it until it's well blended and there's no big chunks of anything left. Now that the food is complete, I am going to place small meatball-sized portions on a parchment paper-lined cookie sheet. I like to use a small ice cream scoop. You could certainly just stick your hands in there and make small meatballs if you wanted to, but I like the ice cream scoop. It works really well. Now, once we fill the cookie sheet, we're going to bake these in the 400-degree oven for 20 minutes. You will notice that they start to brown up a little bit and they dry out a lot. And that's when you'll know that they're done. For serving size guidelines, as well as the nutritional value for this recipe, you can click the link below this video. I have it all broken down. You can see how much protein, how many calories, carbohydrates, sugars, all of that stuff is in this recipe. And again, my serving size guideline is there. It is just a guideline. The best thing to do is discuss this recipe with your veterinarian, and they can certainly give you a guideline for feeding your pet that's going to meet his unique nutritional needs. You can also use these as small food toppers or little treats for your pet throughout the day. If you wanted to feed 1 or 2 throughout the day instead of a large meal, if you have a small dog, you can certainly do that. Again, you're going to bake them for 20 minutes, and as soon as they're cool, they can feed them to your pup.